All right. So good morning. It's morning here. Somebody watching this might be uh, at a different time zone, but there she is. Um, we'll work on the back this morning, some cobras and some arching. There are lots of things to do to strengthen and stretch the back, and we'll just approach that. And just remember that oftentimes when we have a tight spot, there might be emotion in that. People carry a lot of emotion in their backs, and I can attest to that. Over the years, I've observed myself and have had to address that. But doing these yoga poses loosens it up, and it allows that whatever it is, if there is something, it allows it to bubble up into your awareness. So it's a good thing, just as long as we're not causing ourselves any pain. So if in a pose that I'm directing you, you feel some pain, then just pull back to where your body can accept the pose, whatever level. So this is your body, your yoga. I'm just guiding you through some of the levels of it, and we'll have um, modifications too. So, all right, we'll start with centering, just letting go of the week. We have Friday, TGIF. Just embracing the present moment, though. Whatever day it is, it's all good. We want to appreciate what we have in the present moment and also who we are. So just lifting up like your hips are rooted in the ground and your spine is a tree, lifting up out of the earth, rooted, grounded, and aspiring to the heavens through the crown of your head. You could even create a mental image of the roots, like you're a tree and the roots are growing down and out into the earth, and then this beautiful tree lifting up out of those roots with branches overhead in all directions, depending on the type of tree you chose. And then imagine a canopy overhead, stars perhaps, a canopy of stars. You'd have to have a night sky, but that would be okay. You can have daytime. When you're using mental imagery, you can have daytime and nighttime in the same picture. We have the corn full moon coming up, representing harvest. So you can put a full moon in your image. You can set a circle of crystals around the base of your tree or stones. the earth's bones, rocks and stones. You can imagine yourself sitting in the center of Stonehenge, place of power, might even be a portal. And then bring your awareness into your breath. Just observe your breath for a few rounds. And then check your body, just a scan to see. Sometimes when we settle into a more quiet, relaxed center, you may notice other sensations in your body, whether feel good or challenges. And we can create an affirmation or intention. I would suggest one where we say, I heal my body through the practice of yoga. And I would even take it a step further and say, I heal my body mind through the practice of yoga, using yoga as a tool to bring awareness and allow healing, opening our consciousness. So let's work with our Pushpaputa for our attunement to breath. So just bring your palms in front, point your fingers forward, palms together, and then open your hands like a book, pressing the outer edge of your hands together, and then just slightly cup your hands and slightly bend the last um, segment of your fingers, bend them in. And we'll inhale as we extend our arms. And this part we have the mantra, I receive abundance. So we go up and then exhale, bring our flower in and say, I give generosity. So breathe out, I receive abundance, and reach up like you're opening to that abundance. Exhale and come in. I give generosity. And just continue on. A couple more rounds. And ending with giving generosity. And then just take your hands and circle around in your wrist. And reverse. And flex and round. Flex and round. And then extend your arms straight forward and flex. Press through the heel of your hand. Pull your fingers back. Taking a breath. Exhale into the stretch. Knuckles under and press the wrist forward. Inhale, flex. Exhale, round and stretch. All right. And then bring some squeezes into your fingers, increasing circulation and releasing any tension. Sometimes we carry a little tension in our palms or our fingers. So, all right. Now just bringing your arms, just bring them onto your knees and then bend and relax. Bend, relax, bend, relax, bend, and relax. Okay, good. All right, so we'll just stretch forward to start to loosen up. So reach up through your crown. Press those roots and that root system down into the earth. Lift tall. Breathe. Exhale and just hinge forward in your hips over your legs. And just go to the first point of resistance where it feels like, that's far enough for now. And pause there and breathe. Nice deep breaths. Lengthen in your spine. And each exhale, your body will relax a little bit more. So see how that goes for you. Now take your torso over to your left leg. And press over, pass through center to your right leg. So when we're working with the back, this stretch over to the side in easy pose can release on the side of your waist. And you can place your arm on the floor if you wish, if that helps to hold the pose. But this whole area on the side of your waist and into your hip gets a yummy stretch there.
Over to the other side. Now we're going to lift up and just switch our feet so we can experience that on the other side, or on the balance of that. So again, reaching up. Feel your roots going down into the earth. Your root chakra is at the pelvic floor, so you want it facing the floor, the earth. So you're rooted in, your hips stay down, and you lead with your center, your heart chakra. So breathe and exhale and hinge forward. Just go to wherever your body will allow, your first point of resistance, your edge. Breathe some deep breaths. Direct the prana in the air into the places where you feel the most stretch. And exhale any possible tension in those areas. So you're bringing in prana and releasing tension. Now just bring your torso over to your right leg. Now see if you can pull your hips down. The tendency, if you're going all the way to your leg, will be for your hip to come up. But if you ground that hip into the earth and then reach out and you're over your leg, you'll get a phenomenal stretch and release in the side. And then just bring your torso back over to the other side. See how that feels in the waist, into your hip area, that iliac crest, and it'll go all the way down into your hip joint. And then just one more time to each side. Breathe, extend through your crown, and exhale, lower down. And then walk your hands over to the other side. Take in your deep breath. Extend. Exhale, relax down. Now, as you come up, stay facing your left leg. Bring your right hand onto that knee and just reach up with your left arm, holding on with your right hand. Reach up and a little arch to the back. So tilt your hips forward, reach up, and lean back. But keep holding the knee. This is not a big arch unless you have an unusually good stretch here. Keep reaching up with your heart center.
Breathe and lift. Lean back. And then come to center. So your fingertips are reaching straight up. Let your head come to center. So your arm now is by your ear. Use your right hand to press you open and bring your arm down into a twist. Nice straight spine. Again, working at your edge. Now ground your hips down into the earth and bring your left arm back up to your ear. So you're still facing side, and then unwind to the front and release your arm down. I'm going to switch our feet, and we'll come forward and then over that right leg, and take your left hand onto your right knee and lift your torso up, still facing your knee, and then scoop your right arm up and back into that little bit of an arch. Reach up and lean back. Nice opening for the throat chakra here. The heart center gets lifted. Solar plexus gets a bit of a twist here, a little stretch. Okay, and then just come back to center. Reach up and use that left hand for leverage and bring your arm down into your twist. Breathe and exhale, relax into a deeper and deeper twist. Relax the muscles in your back. You're using your arms to keep you in your twist. And then holding that knee, bring with your breath your right arm up to your ear and just come back around to center. And we'll unfold these legs here and let them out to play. Pat them on the ground. Bring in circulation and circle around in your ankles. In reverse. And sitting tall, grounding those sitting bones into the earth once again. Lift your navel, lift up out of your waist, lift up through your crown, and flex your feet and point. All right. And just bring your hands back behind you, bend your knees, separate them, and we've already worked our hips quite a bit, but for knees, just take them side to side. You get a little massage on your glutes here too. All right, and then let's swing our legs around behind us. We'll come into puppy stretch, loosen in our shoulders.
And some dolphin moves. Press your palms down, bend your elbows, and you don't have to touch the floor, but slide your nose along the mat, coming forward. Let your hips down, and a gentle press up and pull back. Pull your hips back into puppy. And so we're making circles coming forward. Inhale up. Use your arms for this for now. Pull back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale forward and up. And then come forward. And this time, press up until your arms are straight. Your hips will likely be off the floor. Just let them hang in traction. So pulling forward so that you're lengthening in your ribs, your torso. Letting your hips relax down. It's going to bring an arch into your back. You can contract a little bit in your hips to protect your low back. Stretch, pull your navel up. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. And let's pull back into a child's pose. We're going to stretch out the work we just did, going easy on the back while we're really warming it up and stretching it in preparation for some of our standing poses. So arms at your sides, palms up. Bend your elbows a little bit to let your shoulders drop and relax. And some deep breaths, breathing in the prana. Take it to where you need it in your back and your hips, or anywhere you feel is appropriate. Breathe in prana, exhale any tension. Now just press down on your legs and lift your torso up. I just want to remind you that the back has muscles, the psoas muscles that attach at the spine. They come all the way around in front of the hip bone and through the hips, down through the groin, and then they attach at the top of your femur, your thigh bone in the back. So that's a very long set of muscles. And most people are tight there. Most people. You certainly can never overgeneralize, but they do so much work, and in so many people they're very sore.
They can be accessed somewhat in massage. You can palpate and take your thumb inside your hip bones to massage that. If you do that now, press in to the inner lining of your iliac crest, your hip bone. This is the iliacus, and it lines the inner surface of that crest. And then it joins with the other psoas muscles and goes down into the groin. Sometimes you'll have a pull in your groin or a really tight spot, and you can palpate, you can feel those muscles. Sometimes they're tight and painful, but you can you can work that out, and that goes all the way down around to the back of the leg. So let's come forward once again, palms forward. So we're going to be working with those muscles too, because they do affect the back. So just hang in traction. I'll turn sideways so that you might be able to see a little more what we're doing here. So this is allowing an arch. So you're pulling your torso away from your knees. Okay, just a bit of an arch. So you can roll around here to loosen up. And then come into center. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Take them back, bringing shoulder blades together, and draw your shoulder blades down your back and bend your elbows and come into cobra. So you're lifting up and back, pressing your sternum forward, and feet are as close together as they will stay. You're pressing your pubic triangle against the earth. That's going to cause you to contract in the hips, and that will protect your low back. But this squeezes those psoas muscles that attach at the spine. So we'll lift up and pull back once again. And that squeezes out the tension. It wrings it out. It grabs it. You're contracting the muscle, grabbing the tension, and then when you release and relax, the tension goes with it. Okay, so we'll come into Cobra once more. Just sliding your hands forward. We'll do it from here. There are other ways to get into Cobra, but just bring your hips forward. Lengthen here. Pull your sternum up away from your navel. Nice and tall. Just hanging in leverage, in traction. Take in a breath. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze shoulder blades together. So this is good for your trapezius muscles. And then pull your shoulder blades down. Press the sternum forward. And then lower your pubic triangle down onto the mat. Elbows in close. So your arms are working too. And then press up and pull back into child's pose and stretch out the work you just did. Use the prana, breathe it in. Now, as you come up, just let your back round. So you're lifting your spine, but you're letting your head hang forward, shoulders hang forward, and just roll up this time.
And then come up and bring your arms around behind you, interlace fingers, and we'll stretch away with our arms, pulling them up. Lift your chin. Optional is to arch in your back here. And for a little more grounding, just bend forward in your hips, bring your hairline onto the mat, lift your arms, and then lift up into Yoga Mudra. Lift your hips, arms overhead. And slowly lower down, hips on your heels, and roll up. Just press up and release your arms. And then a few circles in your shoulders, loosening. It's another place where sometimes we find tension. Come forward. Okay, so from here, let's come into our Pushpaputa, the opening flower. So come up onto your knees, and we'll work some with lunges. So just bring your right leg forward and place your palms overlapping on the front knee. Okay. Take in your breath. Exhale, come forward. Nice stretch. Lift in your chest. There's a little bit of an arch here. And pull back. Inhale. And we'll repeat that. Press down on your palms. That's going to help you stay lifted in your torso. Inhale back. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale. And exhale, and then hold your lunge. Press down firmly in both feet. Once again, bring your palms together like you're opening a book. Bring your hands into Pushpaputa Mudra, just cupping and bending the ends of your fingers like there's flowers in your hand and water. And then breathe out. Lift up as though you're offering those flowers, and there's a little arch here. Lift way up and exhale, pull in. Inhale out. Exhale in. One more. I receive abundance. And exhale. I give generosity. And then pull back. And we're just going to switch sides. I'm going to switch direction here. So now you'll be bringing your left leg forward. Press down in the right foot. Overlap palms. Take in your breath. And lunge forward. This is excellent for your psoas muscles. Lift up though. Lift up in your torso. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale. Just explore. See how far your hips will allow you to go. And pull back. And forward. And hold.
Bring palms together, open like a book, and create your vase, your pool for the flowers. Lift your heart and breathe as you reach up. I receive abundance. Exhale down. I give generosity. And repeat. Way up high. Good. Exhale. Generosity. Once more. I receive abundance. Exhale in. I give generosity. And then just lift up. And from here, we'll come up into standing. Okay, so just kind of shake it all out. And how about a standing circle, just to loosen up and ground into the earth. So separate your feet and swing your arms. Lift your outside heel. And back to center. I think our hips are pretty warmed up, but let's try opening them in horse pose. So just separate your feet. You'll probably want to, you might want to turn on your mat, but just whatever surface you're on, just keep yourself safe, be safe. So feet are about 45 degrees, okay? So breathe your palms into prayer hands. Exhale, take the knees out, kind of like a ballet plie. Open the knees and sit between your heels. To come up, press the feet deep into the ground and squeeze the legs together. It's going to give you some nice toning there too. Breathe, exhale down into horse pose. Keep pressing the knees open. Squeeze it up. Exhale down and hold. Now from here, I'm going to suggest placing your hands on your knees and grab hold. Pull your left shoulder forward and press that hand so that you're pressing the knee a little more open. If it'll go, you don't have to force or anything, but bring that shoulder forward and just look towards your other knee or behind you. And then come to center. Breathe. Exhale. Press your right knee away. And feel your hips relaxing so you're settling down even more. And now come into center. You're going to press both knees open, just using your arms for leverage. Breathe. And then squeeze the legs, press down in your feet and lift back up, bringing palms into prayer hands. And then just step your feet in, shake out your legs, arms, get nice and loose. Okay. So from here, let's come into a warrior one that will further stretch these psoas muscles. So just stepping forward on your mat, nice mountain pose. Okay. Tall. So start here with your abdomen. Pull in and up. That will give you some nice toning there. And that's your center, your support. Now ankles. You want your toes forward, pressing your feet firmly into the ground. Breathe palms in. Exhale, soften the knees. Bring the weight onto your right leg and reach back with the left into warrior one. Okay. The hip bones point forward. Just breathe, arms up overhead. And exhale down. And whoops, breathe them up. Exhale down. And let your legs relax, your hips, deepening the pose as you breathe and move. Move with the breath. Exhale down the full length. Take your time. And then just breathe, arms up overhead. You can have hands together or separated. Reach, relax. And bring your palms in. Pull back, inhale, preparing to step forward, both legs together. Other side. Breathe. Soften the knees and reach back with your left leg and get your alignment. Lift the abdomen up and in and breathe, arms up overhead. Reach. And exhale, arms down at the side. And breathe. So you're moving the full length of your breath. Exhale. Make it longer than the inhale. Beautiful. I can see you're working it. Good. Good job. Exhale down. One more breath. Exhale down. And bring palms in. And pull back, inhale. And we'll step it in. All right. And just let your arms go, kind of jiggle a little bit, loosening, bouncing, giving your joints a break. Okay. So from here, let's do some thigh stretches here. So breathe, palms together. Exhale, shift the weight to your right foot and lift your left foot up. Bring your heel into your hip. Reach up. Keep that shoulder back and press the knee back. Heel into your hip. Stretch your thigh. Now bring your back hand around to the arch side of your foot and press your foot into your hand. Keep pressing back in the shoulder and lift that leg up and you'll come right into dancer's pose, Natarajasana. Press it up. Ah, it's one of those days. Morning sometimes, and oftentimes one leg is stronger than the other. So lift, reach, feel the arch in your back, press that foot into your hand, and step out. Okay, so bring your hands onto your hips, separate your feet just hip width, bend your knees, and tilt your hips under, round the back, stretch it out, and then like arching cat, arch your back, open the chest, round it out, And then press back up. Breathe, palms in. Exhale the weight over onto your left foot and stretch your right thigh. Bring your arm up, press the shoulder back. Focus on a spot that helps. Bring the heel into your hip, draw the knee back. Keep the hips, or the thighs parallel. And then bring your hand around to the inside of the arch and press your foot into your hand. Take your time here. Keep pressing back in the shoulder. You're creating a fulcrum. Lift up. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, good. If you come out of it, you can take your time, go back in. Just work with it, play with it. Picture Anna Forrest in your mind. And release. Good job. Okay, from here, just bring one knee in, then the other. Bring it in, bring it in, in. All right, shake out your arms, shoulders. Just check and make sure everything's back where it needs to be. Very good. All right, so come down onto your mat and just come into butterfly. We had our flowers, our Pushpaputa mudra and pose. So now we'll be the butterfly coming to pollinate the flowers. So just some butterfly moves. Draw your knees down, and optional. Lift up as you pull your knees down, lift up in your crown. Exhale and hinge forward. Just bend your elbows and come forward into a stretch. This will stretch those psoas muscles and your back. I also feel it in my ankles. And then scoop your chin up, lift your back. Use your hands to assist your legs. Just lift from underneath as you draw them together. And then slide your feet forward. Prepare for your Shavasana. I would suggest that you roll your hips under and just press your low back into the mat a couple of times, just engaging those abdominal muscles, pulling the back down into the floor and stretching long. Also draw your shoulder blades under you and turn your palms up. And relax. Take yourself back to the visualization, you being the tree rooted in the earth, aspiring to the heavens, with perhaps the night sky overhead, or you can have the sun overhead. your option. Just remember, you are the sky. All else is just weather. Quotation by Pema Chodron, the Buddhist nun. Let go a little bit more now. Softer and softer. Allow your natural sense of joy to bubble up into your awareness. Now, as you just prepare to come back, bringing your awareness back to the physical dimension, generate the feeling of gratitude and then intensify that feeling, make it stronger and stronger. And know that you can be peaceful and centered even through all of the energies permeating the earth right now. So hold that thought as you come back and bring some movement into your body, fingers. Just lift your arms up overhead, reaching back to the floor and stretching long. Pull your back down into the floor, your low back. And then taking a deep breath and reach long. And exhale your arms back and lift your knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around. Stretch. And then roll to one side and press up into sitting. Bring your hands into your favorite mudra to seal in the benefits and the energies from your practice. You are the sky. All else is just weather. And bring your palms into Anjali Mudra. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me, letting me share yoga with you. Namaste, everybody.